Hi everybody, how's it going? It's Monday and I'm shooting, I believe, my fourth video for the day. Sort of hopped up on caffeine and just having a good time making videos, so I'm going to keep rolling with it. And I've got a sort of a backlog of things I picked up over the past 4 or 5 months where I just haven't really been making videos, or I've made some videos and they just didn't turn out that well. So just trying to work through some of the more interesting things I picked up over the summer and fall. This video is going to be actually a couple of different CD hauls from a store here in town, Second and Charles. It's a national chain. It's actually Books A Million. It's their version of half-price books. You got books, movies, CDs, records. And I mentioned in a previous video, I was excited when the store opened because I saw they were carrying CDs, because the two record stores in town, they do carry a few CDs, but it's never anything super exciting. And so I was kind of itching for an old-fashioned store with a full CD selection and maybe some cool stuff I don't normally see. When the store opened, I was kind of disappointed. Didn't have a whole lot of cool stuff CD-wise, but occasionally some cool things pop in. And yeah, this I've got a couple hauls here from a few collections, I guess, that somebody sold off or whatever, that popped up, and just kind of whipped out the credit card and went to town, because they're things you just don't normally see. So when I see that in a store, I see some really cool stuff, things I don't normally see, and the prices are right. I tend to bring out the credit card and just move on it quick. And the prices on these were really good. The prices in this store are just sort of all over the map. I've said before, I think I've heard they use Amazon to price everything, like books, which makes sense, but music, not really. Doesn't make sense. They should be using like PopPsych or Discogs, or even eBay completed auctions or something. But anyway, the prices on these are good, and really cool stuff. So first of all, I was surprised to see these. A group of Japanese CDs came in, Miles Davis CDs, and these are Japanese CDs from early in the days of compact discs. These all came in fat box. They call it the fat box, I guess. Double CD cases from Sony Japan, and looks like somebody was big into Miles's sort of electric period, from I guess about '69 to I don't know, the early '70s, which I really love. And the prices on these are really good. These are Japanese CDs, but they're missing the obi strips. The little strip of paper that goes around the edge that kind of gives you the album title and some information, which doesn't really help a lot when you don't read a Japanese script, but they're cool to have. They didn't have them, but not a big deal really. These are from, I believe, about 1985, most of these, so very early in the CD days. This one is, well, you can see right there. If you read Japanese, or you can flip it around, and it's Miles Davis Pangea, I think it's called. Can't remember if this is a live. Yeah, this one was recorded live in Japan. But yeah, you can see on the back, new remixed master. So, of course, a new digital master from the original tapes. Yeah, cool. 1985 it says on the back. Nothing too exciting on the inside. They're not quite as exciting package-wise as the mini LP style reproduction CDs that have come out, in the past decade or two from Japan. But these are in really beautiful shape. Someone took very nice care of them. They got the booklet. Nothing too exciting on the CD layout, but these are just in beautiful shape. So what else do we have? We've got Egg Harta, another double album set from back in the day. Again, says new remixed master. And the prices on these were really good. This one, let's see, the Pangea was $3.50. The Egg Harta, $3.95. Just crazy. I'd expect to spend at least 15-20 bucks on these at minimum. We have Miles Davis in concert. This one, I believe another one from about 1985, although it doesn't say anything about a new remix master. This one, $10. So I don't know why all of a sudden it's more than twice, it costs more than twice as much as the other two. Very, 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 very similar CDs, but it is what it is. Miles Davis, Big Fun. Looks like I peeled the price tag off this one. Can't remember what I paid for this one. Miles Davis at Fillmore West, Black Beauty. Looks like I take the price of that one as well. What do we have? Get Up With It. And this one was $3.50. And finally, I've actually got, I think I've got a couple versions of this on CD already. One of them is like a digipack sort of cardboard case, but it doesn't hurt to buy another one. And this one was actually kind of pricey compared to the rest. So some $3.50, $3.95, 10 bucks. This one was $14.95, but it's one of my favorites. Miles Davis at Fillmore, double album live set. I love all these. I love the Miles Electric period. Yeah, $14.95. So why is the pricing all over the map? I have no idea. So yeah, that was a cool haul. Definitely excited to pick all those up. And just kind of neat. I've been picking up a lot of CDs now that are like early from the CD era, stuff from the early 80s. It's just kind of cool, the sort of Target, West German, I think Japanese CDs that came out. They've got kind of a little Target look to the symbols, things that came out like in Atlantic Records and stuff like that. So anyway, that was one little haul, and there's a big haul of jazz CDs that kind of came in between that and what I'm about to show, but I'm going to make a video of its own just for that. And so these came about not too long ago, about a month ago. I found these. Looks like somebody had sold their collection, and I don't really understand this process, how this works, because someone sold their collection, and these are really nice CDs. Excuse me. Somebody took very good care of them, and they sold them to the store, but the way they're priced at the store is so cheap, they must have given them just 50 cents a CD, to cover their profit margins. So I don't really understand why somebody'd sell their collection of these great CDs for 50 cents, maybe $1 a CD. It just doesn't make sense. Like, you could sell them on eBay for a lot more. But anyway, either that or they're old stock from another music store or something that went out of business. I don't quite understand. But Larry Coryell, interesting kind of jazz rock guitarist, passed away I think in the last year or two. I never really owned much of his stuff on vinyl, definitely not on CD. I think I owned one record where he played kind of some jazzy stuff. But yeah, I saw a whole collection of his CDs, and they're an interesting little sort of mini LP style format, most of them, but they're not Japanese. These are made in Europe somewhere. So yeah, Larry Coryell, his career, I guess, kind of the quality of his recordings is sort of up and down. They're not all consistently wonderful. They're not all the same, which is a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. Some are more jazzy, some are more rock. He sings on some stuff, but yeah, I was always curious about him, and had the opportunity to basically pick up his whole discography almost for pretty cheap in a really cool format. So we'll just kind of run through them here. Larry Coryell at the Village Gate, recorded live in 1971. So yeah, cool little gatefold reproduction here. And like the Japanese, the you know, the gatefold reproduction is pretty cool. The inner sleeve, it's sort of a generic company inner sleeve for this company Vanguard. Nothing bad about it, but you know, the disc is in a cardboard inner sleeve. Or Vanguard's the actual label. That was his record label back in the day. Unfortunately, these are like a metallic sort of paint on the CD, and they pick up fingerprints. And it looks like somebody else has been taking these out and getting their fingerprints on them. I try to be pretty careful about that, but so a nice reproduction of the Vanguard label design. And it's actually, I think, Comet is the name of the company that did these reproductions. But Larry Coryell, Bird Fingers. I think this is a compilation. Yeah, it must be. There's a whole bunch of different musicians listed. So this is a double CD compilation deal. Nice fold out to a 4-panel gatefold here. This one was $3.75. The Live at the Village Gate was $4.50. Let's see what else we have. Coryell, just titled Coryell, $4.50. And there was another copy of the same thing, Coryell, still sealed, for $4.50. So that's what kind of makes me think these are maybe from a record store or something. I don't know. A record store went out of business and they just liquidated all their stuff. But it's really cool. Larry Coryell Basics from the Vanguard label. Looks like more of maybe a jazz type thing. I don't know. Still haven't really gotten the chance to listen to all of these yet. It's gonna take me a while to work my way through this. This one, low price here, $6.50. Larry Coryell, The Restful Mind, with Ralph Towner, Colin Walcott, and Glenn Moore. I think they were part of the band Oregon, which I think may have recorded on Vanguard also. Kind of a folk jazz group. This was $2.25. So yeah, you can just see these prices are just all over the map. This is kind of his fusion band, the 11th House, introducing the 11th House with Larry Coryell. And let's see, he's got Randy Brecker on trumpet, Alphonse Mouzon on percussion, Mike Mandel on piano and synth. Yeah, pretty cool. $3.75. Larry Coryell, The Real Great Escape. This was $3.75. This one's a little different. This one is a digipack. Don't know if this is on the same label. Yep, Comet. So I don't know why this one came out in digipack and not a mini LP style, but this one called Fairyland. Yeah, you can see it's just a digipack with a insert that comes out. Little booklet. $4.50. And then finally an actual CD in a jewel case. This is Planet End with Chick Corea, Miroslav Vitus, and Billy Cobham, and Mahavishnu John McLaughlin. $2.50. So yeah, weird store. Just I try to stop in at least once a week and I just see if anything new's popped in. When it does come, it comes usually pretty hard and some good stuff, but for the most part it's a pretty bland selection in the store, but definitely worth checking out on a regular basis. But like I said, there was a sort of a haul of CDs, a pretty big haul of jazz CDs in between these two, and that's going to be my next video. So you know, sorry if you're not big into jazz. I know my videos tend to be really heavy on jazz, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. I do collect rock stuff and electronic stuff, some hip-hop stuff, but for the most part I've just been more focused on jazz lately. And there's a lot of cool progressive rock stuff out there, but it's pretty expensive, reissues and used stuff, you know, it's in demand, so it's kind of pricey. So when I do see that kind of stuff for a reasonable price, I pick it up. But you know, jazz seems to be cheap and plentiful at the moment, so that's kind of what I'm picking up. So stay tuned. Gonna try to mix things up in videos coming up, but my next video is gonna be real heavy on the jazz, a lot of jazz CDs. So if you're into jazz, keep an eye out for that one. All right. Thanks for watching. See you all next time.